Hi, welcome to another video at BooksGenie.ai. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create word search puzzle books for Amazon KDP. So let's get started. First thing we need to do is create a project. So I'm going to click on create new project, and then I'm presented with this dialog. I can either choose one of the pre-configured projects that I can just use right away, or go all the way and create one from scratch using the custom project wizard. In my case, since we are going to create a puzzle book, I'm just going to go and choose this one, which is a 6x9" black and white book that I'm creating. Clicking on this will ask you to provide the project name. So in this case, I'm just going to do word search book. And for the page count, we can leave it at 120, but you can also change it, or you can also add pages as you need later on. So I'm just going to leave it at that and move on and click on next. And then what we can do here is just review what we have. And if you are happy with what we see here, you can create the project. Otherwise, you can go back and change some settings, as you can see. In my case, I'm going to just go ahead and create the project. Once I hit create project, the book is opened in this book editor. As you can see, the cover is selected, but that's not what we're going to work with right away. So since this is a video about creating word search puzzles, the first thing we need to do is to go to the AI magic, and then you can see that we have word search here. So just click on word search, and then this dialog will open up. The first thing you need to provide is actually a theme. So once you did your research and you know the niche that you would like to create your puzzles around, you can just go here and provide that kind of theme here. In my case, I'm just going to use a very simple theme. Let's say camping. And another tip that I can give you here is you can actually broaden the scope of the theme by providing more details around the theme, right? So when we think about camping, we can think also about nature, right? So we're going to do nature. This way, the AI will have a broader word bank to choose from, right? To create our puzzles. Then you choose the word count per puzzle. How many words are there per puzzle? I think 10 is a very good number, because if you go more than 10, you risk that the words will not fit within your book. But also, if you create like these really big puzzles, then the customers will probably get frustrated because they take so much time to find the solutions, right? But you know your audience better, so it's up to you to choose the number here. I will leave it at 10. You can also choose a language. So if you are creating, I don't know, a book for German, you can choose the German language. For Italian, you can choose Italian. Whatever targeted audience you are after, you can just select the language you would like to. In my case, I'm just keep it to English, and then we go ahead and click on next. Here you are basically asked to select the pages where the puzzles will be, right? In my case, I would like to leave the first page on my book to be like the book title, and then I would leave this one as a blank, and then my puzzles would start from page 3. For the sake of this demo, I'm not going to create all of the puzzles, but instead I'm just going to create basically like this set of puzzles just to make things faster. So I'm just going to create like 1 to 4 puzzles basically, and that's why I selected 4 pages. Then when you click on next, you are being asked where the solutions go, right? Because every puzzle will have a solution, and now we're going to select where the solutions will be in our book. Usually you actually have the solutions at the end of the book. So similarly to what I showed you before, I'm just going to leave this first page to create like a page title, so titled solutions, and then I will leave this one as a blank, and then my solutions would start from here, right? Again, remember that I'm not creating the full book here, but in your case, you're probably going to have selected like more puzzles, and then the rest of them will be the solutions, right? But the number of puzzles that you created would match the number of solution pages you select as well. Then you just hit generate. The AI now will actually go and generate word search puzzles, and we just have to wait. This could take a few seconds to a couple of minutes, depending on how busy the systems are. Just be patient and wait for the AI to finish generating the puzzles. All right, now that the AI finished creating our puzzles, we can go to page number 3 and you can see that we have our first puzzle here. And then we have the other puzzle, and these are the words that the user have to find in this grid here. And if we go to the other pages, you can see that we have our solutions here, right? So this is the solution and it's marked by providing the solution with these lines here. Now what you can do, you can also customize this grid and these puzzles, right? When you select it, you can see a couple of options here. So you can choose the font, you can choose the size of the font as well. And then you can also choose how we display this grid. So for example, you can hit this one to hide the grid, and then it will look like this. You can also enable it here and maybe change the color of the grid if you are creating a colorful book. In my case, it's black and white, so it doesn't really make sense to choose a different color, but just to show you, you can change these colors as well. And then I'm gonna move it back to how it was. We can also change how thick the lines are. You can see that I can increase the thickness of my puzzle grid, and also the marker, right, for the solution. So if I go here, I can also change the width of the solution marker. You can see. And you can also change the color of that one as well. So I can make it green if I want to. But since we have black and white paper, I'm just gonna choose black and white and leave it the way it is right now. One thing I would like to also tell you is, let's say I want to change the design, right? So I'm just gonna hide the grid and I want my puzzles to look like this. I don't have to go to every single page and do the same change I did here. Instead, I can just select this one, right click, and then choose apply to similar. When you click on apply to similar, what this will actually find all the same elements, in this case, this word search puzzle, and apply the same styles to them. So let me show you that. Click on this one, and then you would have to confirm, telling you that, okay, we are going to change all the elements in all pages to fit or to be similar to the current one. So I'm just gonna click confirm, and then you wait for the process to finish. So it will go through all the pages of your book and find similar elements and apply the same style as the one you just selected. All right, it completed successfully. Now, if you go to other pages, you can see that all of them have the same style, including the solution pages, right? So we don't have that grid anymore. And if you change your mind and you want to go back to how it was looking before and enabling the grid, you can also do the same thing. You can just hit this one to enable the grid again, and then same process, right click, apply to similar, confirm, and then it will apply the same styles to all of the puzzles again. All right, as you can see now, all of our puzzles have the same grid as we had before. All right, now that we have our puzzles in place, what I usually do when I'm creating the book, as I said, the first thing we need to do is provide a title for our book. So I'm just going to go to the first page, which is the title page in my case, and go to the text and then create a heading. In this case, I'm just gonna do words search puzzles, and then maybe I'm just gonna create a subheading saying that I have, like, I don't know the number of puzzles you would like to create. In our case we have 4, but let's say we have like 60 or 50. Let's do 60 unique puzzles for your campaign. Yeah, so maybe here we can actually be more specific, since we have like a campaign word search puzzle. Now maybe I reduce size a little bit, and then I'm gonna remove this one to not be bold. What I can do, select both of them and go to position, and then I will make sure they are actually centered, right? and then I'm just going to group them. Then I'm going to align this one to be in the center of the page. All right, it was already in the center, so I can hide the pages here just to have clear view. And you can see this is our title of the book. And then here in the second page, you can probably create like instructions on how to use the book. Like, for example, how to play word search puzzle, so that if someone who never played word search puzzle, they know how to actually play the game. You can also tell them where to find the solutions, right? Speaking of which, we are going to go to our solutions here, since this is the solutions, right? Because they are at the end of the book, and I left these 2 pages blank on purpose because I usually like to separate the puzzles from the solutions using a blank page. And the first page here, what I'm going to do is just create a title as well. So I'm just going to go to the text here, hit this one, and do solutions, right? So from here, solutions would start, then this will be blank, and then our solutions start. And that's it, how you can create the interiors of your book that contains word search puzzles. The other step that we need now is actually work on our cover, right? So we just go here and click on the cover. And then what I usually do is try to find some nice image that I can actually add to my cover. So we can go to the pages here, and yeah, we can go to Pixabay here and just search for something. In my case, I'm going to search for campaign, hit search. Maybe I will go to illustrations, and yeah, maybe we can find something nice that we can use here. Yeah, this one looks nice, so let's try that out. So I'm gonna do this, put it here, because this side is the front of our cover if you are not familiar with Amazon KDP format. But this is like our front cover, and this is the back of the cover, right? So I'm gonna put this one here, it looks nice. And then what we can do is going back to our title page, just copy this one by selecting it, and then Command C or Control C if you are on Windows. Go back to the cover here and do Command V or Control C, Control V if you are on Windows. Now we have copied our book title here. So we can just leave it at there, but maybe we can also try and increase the font size here a little bit. Okay, this looks nice. I'm gonna move this a little bit down. I'm gonna again make sure they are centered, and then yeah, I'm just gonna do this and center it. I shouldn't have done that, so I'm just gonna move it back to the center of the front cover. This is what I wanted to do. This looks pretty good already, right? But you can be creative when it comes to covers, because this is what the people will see, right? So pay attention to how you are designing your covers. This is just a quick way to show you how you can still create really nice looking covers in no time, pretty much. The other thing you can do is going back to one of the puzzles here, right? And then select it and do Command C again to copy it, or Control C if you are on Windows. And then go back to the cover and do paste it here. I will just leave it like this so that the people will actually know that this is a word search puzzle. You can probably also choose one of the solutions instead of that, right? So you can just do here and copy it, right? So maybe you can just do this one, go back to the cover and paste it here, right? Maybe you can do side by side if you want, right? And change the size and all. But yeah, for the sake of this demo, I'm just gonna stick to what I put in here. And then I usually like to add some copyright notice on the cover of the book. So to do that, I just go to the text here and then go to the AI writer to get something. So I'm just gonna ask the AI to write something for me by saying, write a copyright notice for a puzzle book. Oops. Click on generate, and then the AI will generate some copyright notice. If you are happy with it, you can just use it. Otherwise, you can click on this button to edit your prompt and try a new result as well. In my case, for the sake of this demo, I'm just going to use whatever I had, whatever I got click on use, and then it will automatically be added to the current page. And then you're gonna just edit this one, right? So we're gonna do like 2025, and then your author here, maybe we're gonna just call this one Puzzles Publishing. So you put your publishing name here. I will just change the alignment to be left aligned, right? And I will just do it here. I'm gonna increase it a little bit. Yeah, this looks nice. Okay, I'm trying to avoid this place. Oopsie. I'm trying to basically avoid this area because this is where the barcode will be. So make sure that this square here is kind of left empty, because otherwise whatever you put there will be hidden by the barcode once the book is printed. Okay. All right, this looks good as a cover for this demo, right? But you can also be more creative and add some elements to it. So maybe we can go to the shapes here and add some flashy things like maybe this one and put it here, right? Maybe I'm gonna make this more bright. So I'm gonna choose this red color here. And then maybe we can just add some text like this one here, and just gonna do like new. Right, so I'm just gonna resize this. Take it there. Like new edition, you know. And then change the color to probably white would be a good option, which is the one that we just selected. And yeah, then maybe I'll just move this one a little bit down here. So yeah, this looks like a good simple cover. And yeah, once you are happy with your design and all your pages are done and stuff, because again, you can also add some creativity to your element depending on the theme of your puzzles, right? You can add some kind of graphics and something to make the page look nicer. Even though what we have now is pretty good already, but as I said, you can be creative to create really stunning pages, and you can do that within BooksGenie.ai. All right. Now that we have our book done, we can export it to upload it to Amazon KDP. So this is the export button. In case the button is inactive, that means that there are some changes that are not saved. And what you can do is just make sure that everything is actually saved by hitting the save button, and then you will have this button activated. Now let me just click on export. And now we are going to basically export the book to a format that KDP will accept. So here we are formatting the pages and compiling them to a format that KDP requires. So this could take some time depending on how busy the systems are. So just be patient while this process is in progress. And once it's done, we are able to download our book and just upload it to Amazon KDP. Now all our pages have been compiled successfully, so now we are assembling those pages into a book that you can upload to Amazon KDP. Just be patient here while this completes. All right, once it's done, you'll have this button to download the book here. So just click on download, and then I'm just going to save it. Then I will open it. Now, when I downloaded the book and opened it, this is what we get. So we have the cover here. So if I open the cover, you can see that this is our cover that you can upload to Amazon KDP, and it will fit their requirements and stuff. And it looks pretty nice, actually. I like it. And then this is the interior. So if we click on the interiors, you can see that, yeah, our first page is the title. And then we also have our puzzles well formatted in all of our pages, right? And then we have the solutions page, and then, yeah, the blank page, and then the rest of the pages. The other pages are blank because, yeah, we didn't create any puzzles in them, but you got the idea. And that's pretty much how you can create word search puzzle books using BooksGenie.ai. It's pretty straightforward and easy to do. I hope you find this video useful. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.